As you know, Keith, we heard from Dr. Teresa Tam on Tuesday, and Dr. Tam said very similar things to what Dr. Henry said and what I said. If you'll remember, on I think it was around page 25 of our May 4th briefing on the modeling, we talked about a hierarchy of measures that can be taken, and at the top of that hierarchy is physical distancing. So physical distancing is something that we preach here every day. Physical distancing saves lives, and it's important wherever you are. What's also important, given that the airlines have pursued this initiative and that these initiatives from Transport Canada are voluntary, what it tells us if we have less physical distancing is the absolute need for people who go on airplanes to be disciplined about all of the other things they do. And that's part of the message we want to emphasize today. These are decisions in federal jurisdiction, but there are things that we can do to be safer. Those include, of course, using masks. We know that. We also know that it's more important to keep your hands clean. It's more important not to touch your face. It's more important to be concerned about surfaces. It's more important, in fact, to be conscious of everything else. And this has been part of our message from the beginning. In those instances where physical distancing can't be maintained, the message isn't that, oh, well, it can't be maintained. The message is that that should make everything else we do more rigorous. And that's what's happening on airplanes right now. And we can, there can be a debate about that. But I think the important thing is for everyone who goes on an airplane to be conscious of following all of the other rules and applying all of the other rules so that they stay safe, the people around them stay safe, and obviously all the people they love, all the people they'll see wherever they're arriving in their destination stay safe. So our view of physical distancing as an important protection against COVID-19, of it being on top of that hierarchy. If you remember the downward triangle that was presented at that time, and it was presented at the time we launched our restart plan by the Premier and Dr. Henry, that continues to be the case. Physical distancing is very important. We need to maintain it wherever we can. And when we can't, if that's on an airplane or anywhere else, we have to be more conscious of all of the other things we need to do, such as washing our hands, such as not touching our face, such as wearing masks, and so on.
I will just add to that there are two things that I think are really important in air travel that we've seen happen again in the last week, both here in BC and across the country, and that is being fastidious about not allowing people with symptoms on aircraft, and that's something that's a shared responsibility between the airlines and people who are traveling. You cannot travel if you're sick or if you've been in contact with somebody with COVID-19. And we have had that happen here in BC. We've had it happen in Nova Scotia. We've had it happen in other places. So that is something that is incredibly important. It's what protects us on aircraft. And the other thing that is would be helpful for us in public health when we try and contact people is if we do find somebody who has been ill on an aircraft or who develops symptoms within a period of time, we know that people can shed this virus before they show symptoms themselves. Being able to efficiently contact those people on that aircraft, and it's still a challenge to get contact information that allows us to connect with people in an effective and efficient way, and that's why we are so conscious of posting the flight numbers as well so that people know.